Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is a love reading for Aries for the beginning of February 2020. This is going to be a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, not just Sun. So take what resonates. That being said, this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, although it's pretty cut and dry if it is. That being said, let's get started. What's up with Aries for the beginning of February 2020? Hope you guys are doing well. It is the holiday season. It is Valentine's season, so hopefully you get a new date. But the bottom line of your reading is actually the Five of Pentacles. You might be leaving someone out in the dust, in the cold, or you could be feeling left out in the cold. The center of your reading is the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. With the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. So here, let's take a look at this. I feel like there's been a separation in the past, and it hasn't been a very pleasant one. You or them may feel abandoned, unhappy about moving forward, feeling like everything's hopeless. But I feel like you may have left someone out in the cold. And maybe there's still a little bit of hurt with that one. But in the center of your reading, you have the Ace of Pentacles. You have a sound new beginning, followed by the Queen of Swords. You are not taking shit with this next one. Yeah, you are coming in strong. You are very analytical about this. And when it comes to love, I feel like you are a bit defensive with this new beginning. On one side, you have the Knight of Swords and the Four of Wands. So you are coming in at all costs, trying to reach some type of stability with this situation. And I don't feel like this is a very cozy approach. You really are very determined, and you are very hell-bent on just stabilizing yourself and stabilizing your love life or whatever situation this is. But I feel it's a bit more aggressive than nurturing. So we'll clarify that in a second. On the other hand, you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. So you're looking at what's happened, and there's either some type of sabotage that went on or some type of secrets that have been going on with whatever's happened. There's something you're not seeing with how things turned out. And I feel like you're just looking at this and, you're kind of wondering what happened. What's going on? So let's clarify. Let's clarify this Five of Pentacles. Can we clarify the Five of Pentacles for the bottom line? You have the King of Rods, the Three of Swords, the Queen of Swords. There is a lot of passion behind what you've been doing. There's definitely a lot of emotion involved in this, although it's not a cup, it's passion. But I feel so I feel like there is a new spark. Um, but I feel like that has a lot more to do with pain. You know, this connection that you had, I feel like you lost a lot of hope for a while. And now that you're starting to reflect on everything and work through everything, you're cutting a lot of bullshit out. And it's bullshit that's really throwing you out of balance. Um, with that Three of Swords. So, let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. What's up with this Ace of Pentacles and Queen of Swords? Yeah, I feel like you're trying to balance yourself out and you realize that something wasn't right. And so, I feel like you still are cutting things out and not taking shit. So with this, you have with clarification, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Man, you are really feeling a lot of pain right now. I'm so sorry for what happened. But that being said, I feel like there is a motherly energy coming in, a very nurturing energy. This doesn't have to be female. It can be male or female, but that's the energy that's coming up. That's going to help you move through a lot of this pain. I feel like that this nurturing energy that's coming in, it's going to help you with a lot of emotion that you need to process. This is the Knight of Cups. And you're going to be able to move forward with whatever has been really hurting. But I feel like you need to work through this pain. And I feel like you're going to. I feel like you are really pushing to get that balance. You know, that this situation just robbed you of. So let's clarify the Four of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Four of Wands and the Knight of Swords. What's up with this? Sounds like your energy. You guys, Aries, you are very headstrong. I really admire that about you guys. But sometimes an aggressive approach isn't the right thing. Maybe, I don't know. It's your situation, your call. So Four of Wands, Knight of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign, or you could have air in your chart. You know, like an Aries, or you're Aries, like an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra, because you are getting a lot of sword energy coming up. This could also have to deal with a lot of mental processing, a lot of intellectual processing, reflecting on this with the mind. Actually, you know, I feel like maybe you could be reflecting on this more intellectually, even though your heart's kind of telling you something. Maybe you're not listening to it. Looking at these cards. Maybe you've gotten a bit defensive because of your emotional shutoff with this situation, because of how much pain it's brought you. But to clarify, the Four of Wands and the Knight of Swords, you have the Ten of Cups, the Four of Discs, and the Ten of Discs. And so I feel like this stability that you've been trying to go towards is emotional fulfillment. And I feel like you're holding on to something from the past that's kind of stopping you from this. And I think it has a lot to do with family. I feel like there's something going on with your family that's really holding you back from the stability that you want. And I feel like that has a lot to do with this pain. Let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. Also, this could be vice versa. So this could be your person or you, whoever is acting this way. I feel like someone got the cold shoulder. And this all right here is just the general situation. We will go into how your partner feels versus how you feel. And again, that could be vice versa. That's just person one or person two. So take it how it resonates. But the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, something you're not seeing about what's happened. Okay, so with this clarification, you have the Magician, the Emperor, and the Ace of Discs. There's a lot of masculine energy in this clarification. But I feel like there is something that's coming up, something that you've been manifesting, something that you have all the tools for with this harvest, or, you know, whatever you've been working on. And I feel like there is a bit of a dominating energy with this, with the things that aren't being said, everything that's being hidden. I feel like this is a bit of a controlling and dominant energy that's going into that, something that might have more to do with the ego. I don't see, you know, someone who has their shit together with this. I feel it on a lower vibe, if you catch that. And I feel like you want a new beginning. Tangible new beginning. Not just talking over the phone and, you know, dreams and things like that. Something tangible, something that you can hold. Something that you see, something that is in this physical realm. So let's see how your significant other or your situation feels about you. So it just feels like a situationship. It's always hot and it's cold and it's been really writing on you, and you don't feel like you want to deal with it anymore, but you can't let it go. Hell, it could be the other person. You know? Let me know in the comments section. How they feel about you. The Death card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Cups. I feel like they think it's done. You know, there's no going back. But I feel like this is a bit karmic, you know, and what you guys have gone through has been pretty heavy. And I feel like eventually they're going to come around, but I feel like they're just going to be friends. There will be a reunion, but I think it's at least going to start as friends, you know, because whatever you two had is cherished. You know, it is something that they really did hold dear. Um, but it's done. Let's clarify this, just to double check. So the Death card, the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Cups. What's up with this? What's up with how they feel? Oh, they could be coming around. Okay. So with your clarification, you have the Five of Cups, the Page of Rods, and the One of Swords. So the Five of Cups, they are really, really depressed about this, whatever's been done. You have a lot of new beginnings. You have the Ace of Pentacles repeated in this reading. And a bit of change. But so whatever you guys had going on with this breakup, I'm assuming, it really hurt when it was done. And I feel like there is some type of passionate message that's coming through. I feel like they will come around. And, you know, there will be a new spark for them. Maybe not with you, but it will be cherished and there will be a new beginning with you too. I do think it's going to start off as friends. Because there's a lot of pain here, and I don't think you guys are going to hop back into it, you know, because of that pain, because of that hurt. It's really hard to completely drop everything for someone like that, or when they've hurt you, or when you've hurt them like that, or when they've hurt you like that. So let's see how you feel about them. How does Aries feel about whoever they're thinking of? So, how you feel about them is the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Two of Wands. So I feel like you do have a lot of emotion for this person. You do have a lot of feelings. I feel like you want to act on them. But I feel like you are trying to make a decision on this connection based on the history. It's not easy. It's not going to be an overnight thing. But you are starting to realize and accept your feelings for this person. I feel like you're coming out of a rut with this. Although what to do about this isn't necessarily clear, and it feels like the decision is in your hands. So let's clarify this. Can we clarify the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups, with the Two of Cups? Or the Two of Wands, I'm sorry. I feel like you're trying to push forward, but you're just stuck in this rut. And I feel like deep down, you know you want to fix things. Or, you know, I don't feel like you're telling anyone. I don't feel like you're really admitting to this. But I know, or I feel like deep down, you knew this was special. This wasn't just a run of the mill, someone you're dating. This was a genuinely deep connection with whoever you're dealing with. And I feel like you do want to connect with them, but it's not that easy. And I feel like you're trying to push forward, but the reason why you feel like there's a choice is you don't know if you should. Whether it be with a new love or with them or just leaving them in the dust. And I think that's why this Five of Pentacles is here. You know, this isn't an easy separation. I'm sorry, Aries. I'm so sorry. So, I'm going to see what's in your immediate future. And then we're going to conclude with any advice. So, what's passionately beginning? So what's up with Aries in the immediate future? So, in the immediate future, you have the Six of Swords, the Page of Wands, or the Ace of Wands, and the Knight of Discs, or Pentacles. So, I don't feel like whatever is going on between you and whoever you're thinking of is completely done. I feel like you're still going to be working on the pain, or they are, and there needs to be a lot of healing before you guys can reconnect. And I feel like the worst is behind you two, but there's still a lot of inner reflection that's going to be happening. But slowly, I feel like there is something coming your way with this connection. And it's going to ignite a lot of passion and motivation for you. Whether it be talking things out and finding peace in the breakup or starting fresh with them. Either way, I feel like you guys are still going to be working on whatever pain has happened. But let's clarify this. So the Six of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Page of Cups, Page of Swords, and Strength. Yeah. I feel like you two are going to be working on a lot of inner conflict, and eventually you guys are going to talk about this. And I feel like there is going to be some type of loving message with this. And that loving message is going to cut out a lot of bullshit. So, Aries, stay strong. Don't stay strong in your ego. You know, be honest with yourself. You know, is this actually what you want? And if it is, what is it that really hurt? How do you progress forward? But I feel like if you approach this lovingly, it's not going to be an easy conversation. And yes, you do have to stay strong in it. But don't forget you still care. Hopefully they don't forget either. So let's get some advice from the universe. What advice do we have for Aries with this situation? What advice do we have for Aries in their situation? Oh. So your advice, I love how it always comes out very symmetrical. So you have the Two of Cups, the Sun, and the Two of Swords. I feel like whatever is going to happen between the two of you, you don't know. You feel like you don't know. And that's fine. But you're putting your guard up on, something that could give you a lot of clarity and help you out with reaching that loving feeling that you have, regardless of whether you guys are getting back together. I don't mean to say that you guys for surely will. You might, maybe. I think that if you do, it will start off as friends. And that's the only way it's going to go. But I feel like if you let your guard down, you are going to realize that this person was special, and at least you can cherish the time that you did have. Hopefully you can find peace in this, Aries. I feel for you. I hope everything works out. If this video resonated with you, give me a heads up in the comments section. And if you liked it, please like, subscribe, and or share. That being said, enjoy your Valentine's Day. Enjoy the beginning of February. I'll see you soon.